na minia agbesi nochu ewa ha menia agbesi estarte say yetna show so ewo eye November 2013 November 2013 na mene ono ene honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover MP3 na omumienu ena na omoba mi show no so every Wednesday na father also college no me na me rector no mo associate professor eti agbesi no chumene na tena show so enyen sa so na menu ya pani JB
Onua ketwa na anya
menu ya ketwa menu ya ketwa JB ti omuna anopai mene omo ebebo nsem so na ye na ye ba no apejesha ne me biase na ye ka ho asem school ben pa na ko e den na usua ye na o certificate de pa problem ben wetin dey solve okrum ha
captain kunipo
no in reality one why I kosua adwuma so won faso wo chen ye ya anhwa ye be kase ye ko school
all right
yeah sure
when we kosua ansa no adwuma no nti aya na o man na ye tim no bi kosua adwuma say ye bu na bem say adenti one wa born na ko school to say na poka say training college no one feel one wa born na training college but there hu ni say obi wie training college o wie nursing training college a problem wo ho ko solve solve problem agbosunochu okuta leadership and governance master's degree certificate and all the show is to say anka ansana o project work kura beto abontin say tem na company bi institution bi dimirika leadership and governance no the that ye de koye ade but into school na ye ko krum ha no
first one there
ye is it just for the certificate
I think so
and now say we are certified somebody a ubetimi solve a problem hotels e wo krum ha Lebanese for ne China for ne nkrofobi na manage companies e wo krum ha yaton when we call investors omo ye engineering civil engineering ni den whatever companies akese contract akese ye difia manfo so na eba ye problem no pa den and the school na yakodi nyina no ye ntimi fan solve problem bia Zoom Lion okobo mpaye ewo Pentecost prayer camp bi o ha baby o say order and also da say a dan fefefe si wo ba dan yes sabol agum also on say na dan fefefe si dey den dey ball agum na ni ba ne ho so no na NYEP youth employment buy no catch us if isati fun we si he yi e ba wie ye no model ba ko aje ku for the kan ho e say emprapra e na ma Zoom Lion be Zoom Lion Zula wan ko school and kwasua said yes sabola by one crofo ko school a wo ye environmental science wo ye den obi anim ball asesa enti ye school no ye call the saying problem no e den yankasa how can we solve this problem we na nyen topic I'm just whetting your appetite na ye ko ye nim no we'll have a discussion on that but then no rent na say abetom say wo fa nipa 10 bi agina ho a emu 5 edan kaso wo fa nipa 10 bia e wo krum ha gina ho a wo mu si dan no obi o han dan bia wo fa nipa makoma 10 gina ho a emu 5 one dan kaso wo nya sika ntua wo mu fewura betu won ena mienu so one dan kaso wo sika if you run the original on timi ntua nso so ehisem so ka ho nti opebe bi foforo akotena ena ba ko wo hode a ono owo sika na the fewra no edge bia no obetimi atua because company ne han ma no ena ye wo mienu na aka na de won wa won botom obetimi ahan won dan It is often nipa 10 na 50%. Won't mean to one dine can feel a bit me to are we safe in this country? I was not too much. Miamiadom. Now swear.
Ah, not the moon.
Oje, Bibiabo call.
Chairman, Bibiabo be very frank, very frank.
I was it. Oh, hi, Diana West today.
I check.
What I check? To swear. Experience is the best teacher.
Captain. Bibiabo call there.
Bibiabo call.
Now, that I know what is the real issue here. Then deficit or chroma. It also. So if people cannot actually build now, no, the best thing to do is to rent. And but see, I don't know if you have gone through the rent rules and regulations. Would you be dying rent more than 6 months? You are against the law. Yes, sir. You see, they are about 1 year old. 2 years for you. So you are against the law. What do I say? But who a dime for rent. What do you trim, sir? 2 years not for rent, no WOHO. Have you found out the reason why? It's the cost. The captain said, what, $2,500 for 3-bedroom apartment? Now, what got to us, I say? What me who be pana car or demono? A chendana, a ton or quayon. But still, the person want to drive in a very good car. I didn't see. I did back what my home, my brother say. No, you ask a question. Rent or own? So it's a long time I rent. That's my response to you. It's a long time I rent.
That's all too well here.
So at the end of the day, if you want to really put up BB or one with my competition, what can I say? Obi drive big car, so I also have to drive. No. Meanwhile, that car cost no. What does I say? I see some small room be at so. We are not competing with anybody. You should be competing with yourself. What can I say? So, but the cost of renting, that's the issue. The cost of renting. Now say, maybe I'm eating, I toy a Friday. Me, yes, you go Friday. But the surrounding, what do I say? But when you bear the name to reside in that estate, which is not true. We are building at a place we are not supposed to build. Can't you say you have to do work and so? If I didn't take what you do,
yeah, but fine to that.
Yeah, the environment is very, very conducive. Yeah, quite no. And to see as I saw say, the cost is very high. But no matter what, no, you have to go into it because you cannot predict the future. Exactly. Captain, I have spoken to a lot of people concerning rent issues. So, difficulties are come with the various landlords and landladies are. You'll be shocked. There are houses, occupants, meter. Do you get it? Landlord need to meet light bills, water bills. No, what's not so. You be disconnect you, I don't see you. You be disconnect you. You see, he will not even tell you what you have paid previously. And all things are in your favor. Your favor be on your and your favor be on your. Until you were talking about leadership, a crony have yet to say, ya Jack Kunwama, the Obia Pesoye. Those guys who are working at rent controls, who come officer, you know this Ghana Highways Home Office and Ghana Highways, our ministry, so anymore. Rent control no head officer. Konoko shenipa more key to either being a complainant or an accused person. What do I say? If problem like these officers no want to be called down to the ground on regular basis This kind of issues will not be there. I don't know if say people come to them to complain, say where I say no. I don't get it. There are real issues about rent in terms of accommodation on Accra. I don't know about other regions, but I know of Accra because this is where I reside. What I say, and it's so challenging, so challenging. And I pray, say, Papa Abano, various road construction because I will be the entire city. Captain, what's the pram? Now, a Chesobey BB or Accra ministries. I don't get it. In this modern world. In this modern world. Why not open up? You have to open up. Most of the institution must actually, you see, I'm linking all these things to accommodation issue because accommodation and a Juman and Nam. Accommodation and Juman and Nam. Who can't miss this? I think this is called Abuso kind. Just imagine where you are residing. So if we can actually decentralize, it will not be an issue again. It will not. Why do I have to go and reside at East Legon? Why do I have to go and reside at airport residential area? Why do I have to reside at cantonment? So, if at the end of the day, the basic facilities, this environment, say check up with the enemy can see the Ghana water. Captain, so what is the apostle? Okay? These big residential areas.
They don't pay.
They don't pay. There's a hotel and apartment that we say or cantonment. They cost if not, I don't think if you allow me to mention that name.
Said that
it's all over. I drive Wangara apartment. For the past 12 years, not a drop of penny to Ghana Water Company. And these are luxurious apartments. Oh, me or dying. Look, we got a guy at Agbogba. Medina Agbogba. Our Hachoho. And then CBC. Now, then we check compound into two. Into we are compound one. Check some no mutons you. What do I say? Then the other portion divided no. On the Obian Coffee Hall. Not knowing the entire front view of that particular mansion, a substation of Ghana Water Company, privately owned. Why am I saying all this? I'm saying all this because if at the end of the day, water goes everywhere, the road is good, power goes everywhere. I mean, everybody will be so comfortable in terms of affording something to put up. If the government is doing its best, and the people are actually conniving, I'm talking about the workers, conniving seriously to actually say almost about that year. Because I asked a simple question. I was somewhere around airport relations, they just carry out a survey. It's your flow, 24 hours. Then where the water is coming from to their booster station, it's not the fault of Ghana Water. It is the fault of the illegal connectivities. Your employer say yes, but we are conniving with citizenry to steal water. What do I say? So, how can an investor go? They be a advert. Say, oh, Saturdays, Fridays, say, oh, companies be a motors. I say they are going for inspection and those sort of things. It is very good because if those companies actually put out such estates at a cheaper and affordable rate, maybe the so-called horror. At the end of the week, captain who occupy a dime or sell property, you are paying my water bill. I'm also making profit. Life goes on. Insanity. But if we don't get things right, we will always get it wrong. And you don't blame anybody. You don't blame anybody. What I say? See, captain, a dime some day, landlord about you say, landlord about you said they actually dictate to you the tenant after paying your rent. Yes say. They even sit on the compound. I'm sorry, reside on the compound. If you want some instance, I mean, it's real. It's real. Some maybe approach you that me buy more of your call school, but my school fees. Can you imagine after paying rent? So let those in charge actually work. Why?
Well, okay.
Chairman, rent issue is something that is a very big challenge, but it's solvable. And I'm happy say Fiti last week who outlined some of these policies are just to curb this whole issue. And today, I made the passes I did whereby you see, there were a lot of options a bit to me adopted. You share the best practices elsewhere in other countries. You have boom, you have solve your deal. Say you pill, Accra, I choked. The rural-urban migration influence the high cost of rent in cities, whether you like it or not. And there's a what had to say a damn board in chance out to Sunyane. And you'll be forced to pay much more. I will have to say because we feel so better. I had to say I had a Ghana in our, I had a new money in our, I had a sky in our. It's why it's not had to say no Eastern, probably Eastern region or Sunyane they are to home baby. The ban is an demand no cost, and whereas the demand no cost, so the cost of the product will go high, and the house also cannot contain everybody. In the end, yempe kwa ebe fast a bit me kakrana. Let's the survival of the fittest. Who will scar and not to me renting more. Yakasa dan ni hanoma Captain Omubwa a debi briwaha. But the choir year fast so any the price and amount no and affordability a issue. Unim these North African countries. Unim ade omo ye. Omo ma wo individual to say work up to so when you ska kwota asase. O kwota no way. This North Africa o kwota asase way. You don't be call outskirts of the town. The city ko wura mu ho ba bi da kokosi wudan. Because abandon make every why a dan available. But see a dan hodo and make sure say a dan no before class or bet me acquire a one bedroom house or one bedroom flat no. You was share or no money I catch say okay. What start here Juma? A Juma now we no bet you say abandon bet you say and as a company now no more Juma no they are going to pay you X amount of money. Before say bet you X amount of money no. Near who said this is your income. A question near the income be fast. They are not going to touch your income directly, but they are not near the bit your rent the amount. They will probably one North African countries are. Captain Onya Juma Enya Sikanto car and worry ya. Enya Sikaso the Bereti 2-bedroom flat. Yeah, ma worry. There are some places here in North African. Yeah, ma worry because they feel say. It is going to be a dangerous burden on you, the man. Abra uni baby, I will do tibeto. Uni ajuma abeye. Sabi unyanya some kind of luxury kakrebi. Now so kakokofobia about the abeto also. About the sana is going to be a dangerous burden. Yeah, man, come on.
And your burden can repeat it.
A dangerous burden. Yes, it's going to be a dangerous burden to you. Eti before sebema okwanse koko ware no. You make sure say ajuma na we no sustainable. And the income kakra de ba. Apart from income, they ban so. We bet me a call Asan the Ababa to show that family, that nuclear family, no. And sana, they are making sure class of be a 2-bedroom house, and no can abandon slashing into 2. 50% they come abandon, 50% they won't walk rented down. Because someone will say what drew a certain level be at least auto where when you do a career, oh, a Juma now and the income the ban na 90, and it's a sanity there, and the Bema crime what me renting this kind of apartment. And sorry, I'm more crime what me as a so worry. It's never be said you can you dare not just go into
repeat it one be.
Say before class say this North African country before say Bema crime so be worry no. You make sure say one now we are Bema no. Who say North African countries say man should that year Juma be brisa. Yes, because some of you say a man no bed no.
Say a mom so
munya Juma. It's a man bed ni gu man so. It's before say man kwai say kokofo bi how e beto ho so no. E say one. We make sure say when your 2-bedroom apartment flats.
Wo baby a wote.
Wo baby a wote.
Wasudwo.
The baby a wote no so aban na beboa wo anya because aban na sisi e dey sisi wo bebre. It's no betumi afford no. And the abandon be chemu 50% or chemu mienu. Now what for half? Now abandon so to half. Now unye sika na kwa kotoka abandon so achemu mienu e the amount. Ono so for half, also for half. No making sure say adwuma na wo ye no sustainable. sɛ adwuma na woyɛ ne sustainable na sɛ ɛyɛ long term adwuma betumi aboa na aboa wo ya ansa ya ma kwan sɛ kɔ na kɔkɔ ware enti demand na ɛwɔ ɛfrɛ sɛ ɛdan so no ɛnyɛ wo na afi na wokɔkɔ wie no akɔpɛ dan sɛ menam teshi ana menam numgua na yafrɛ agent bi na agent no wode wakɔ merry go round the south wia no agye sika no asa akɔkyerɛ wo nkukɔbuo bi ne nasefo no it doesn't work like that over there because there's a laid down procedure and a laid down planner yɛde ato hɔ no mu a aban no yɛ involved if you don't struggle to go and look for a dan okɔ mo site so a ɛwɔ hɔ no mo ebi a wote kuro wei so kuro na wote so no obobɔ na these are the available housing facilities ɛwɔ hɔ no mo 2-bedroom flat or 3-bedroom flat or home. It's in the one case one debate to me. Pay a juma now, then you go for those ones.
As far as can I type you?
Yes, and no crown pono, and no crown pony, making sure say where juma now, no a sustainable, a bit to me a not of family no any bedding or family size so here. Maybe I'm a cocker, baby, you now so called 4-bedroom flat. All the other. They will not allow you to go for those ones. Because they feel say if you don't more than 5 or 6 family, they can accommodate them within that 4-bedroom flat. But who now was a friend who back me and also got 4-bedroom. What they quiet day? Yeah, more come my own yes idea no. So as say o family no quite anymore. Now we increase baby are old dino like who are breeding. And they look at all these things.
So number 1, North Africa no.
Yes.
Yes. You said you need 2-bedroom apartments.
Yes, 2-bedroom apartments.
Abina na abua uma wetimi aji.
Abina sisi dana sisi yes, sure.
As it me who say waswa ware.
Yes.
Because here ma unkofa obi ba na won tete.
That is a dangerous burden to them. Because omo hodo mo man nya adwuma ye man ne kwan mo nya adwuma bia rough saa. It is okwakofa oba na ba na oba be kan wo ho a ye make sure say adwuma na wo ye no betumi anya bi de ahwe wo ho ahwe oba no na yasaso ahwe se owo ena ene ochina sika na wunya no betumi anya bi de ahwe oba oyire no ene wo ma ene sa abusua no ene no kra no baby to say Tunisia for instance who say omo shedam pejuma Tunisia shedam pejuma omo pejuma because omo abani tiri omo ka no omo ye asa dada mafo no tiri de royals for the
Libya used to be so.
Yes, but when you go to Tunisia, there are a lot of housing facilities that are easily affordable and accessible. The same as Libya, the same as even Sudan. Those facilities are available. It's one also when you scatter say from Captain Smart, it's when you scanty, and Sudan. They will not allow you, the government will not allow you. Obeka say, Sasa Sena ewo cantonment no, or they see a lot of housing projects and they see one. I'm making sure that housing facility can accommodate over 1,000 people. And in a flat. I be accommodate over 1,000 people. And the boss so a form. It's a man now. Oh, concrete no. It's a buyer no. To say mortgage and the amount. Do quite no more. Now we try and kakra. So as time goes on, it becomes yours. And you will not struggle. If you're a now consume a catch or say anything. By a hand no more the I see a cocoye. Affordable housing no saglaminarian is sisi hono mo no afọ mampo adane bosom edi anniversary esi ho
what you just mentioned the affordable housing is hono mo anwen esi ho na adane bosom ena saglame de no anopa bia na yakogu nsa yo housing minister no yakogu nsa na adane bosom ne yesom no just because say ye pedan into they want to make it affordable for us. For more than 12 years near, you started Sagleme. Go and look at the state of Sagleme. Affordable house and what's occurring, my point. A bit of one must see how those suffer who see us send the middle suffer what I do, no pro. So we are just putting square pegs in the. I say, try to say a solve issue, but we don't know exactly what we want to solve. And that is why I agree with you, say, school day, I say, yes, yes, because as it stands now, school na make no. Bisa me say I didn't say me trust mature exams fit class 1. Class 2 sa de akwa ko GHS. Me mature BC awie. Ma sa akwa control SHS, mature SHS awie. Na me say me kwa first degree, granted my first degree awie. Na me kwa masters so say me kwa sit down exams. Me kwa trust na me so madwen here, say madwen here adwuma. What sense does it make? It's my madwen here adwuma no. From crèche sa to
first degree I'm calling no. Me exams na me tro ye na wo se metwa a menya A na se for no problem be net me solve here. Na by now every single master's degree program be Ghana ha no be should be able to solve a particular issue. Now we don't have policy deficit be our hand must say afraid ne yakwa tena se ne yakopɛ consultant ne kura mpo no afei na nipa na ono wo field no on na be kyerɛ consultant ne onye ansa na consultant ne aba no say oh me kura me consultant nti ji say me ye we but nipa na wo field no eni adwuma ne kura kyɛn. And we've had one case ECG nipa na last ECG nipa no better hand no say no ono no ye worker no consultant am ko fa ne ba no worker no na e kire na djuma of course. So you can imagine we are wasting our money.
Had we not been in this country what will be contract to actually service ambulance. Meanwhile ambulance service, the staffs are rather servicing them.
Can you imagine there were professors of engineering KNUST Legon most of our public universities magazine fitem so what sense does it make? We have lost our way, and the way we are interested in professors say oh professor when they were being how many theses how many neman were structural yet to me cite no to send na be Dr. Bawumia oh economic school at Dr. Bawumia citing no you cannot read economics without citing Dr. Bawumia. At the end of the day you ask yourself one simple question say
no the dollar cost
problem ben na to me solve e dia maye
before all those things so the dollar cost 16
granted say all those economic whatever and all those policies ni nema yesu ni na no yesi na ka ye de ye adwuma hwe nkofo a ye wo Ghana ha professors ye produce mo Ghana ha na hwe nkofo yesi ye we omo ye nimdifo a omo ye friend say professionals ye produce mo Ghana ha no mo say they cannot think for Ghana. Look at our economic friend say some omo ye 10-year development plan or say 20-year development plan. One single person Kwame Nkrumah eye motorway e do over 60 years. Omo kwakwaye plan in family 7 years development plan in family. Till now they haven't even brought any one single development plan on the table. So how do we expect our housing facilities and our housing deficit sabit me a solve issue? We can't solve it. Yes, say ba ye e dan dey see what mama carry you for. Akwakoye boati bidin adane bosom. So we look at all these things. Say ba be hostels dey carry you for. Oh, the previous government.
Oh, be there no.
So be
dan yes no. Yes, a dan be close to the cemetery or Medina na wo Ghana.
That's
where it is.
Me bank crying chair.
They be close to the cemetery or Medina. Empty. At the house.
So
they spend a lot of resources just to adore that particular building.
You see, it's yesikano na ase ya temps kan yenim ne yede. Ni ya temps kan ye de say de kwakwete odon river mu. Na nkofo de da honom na ade. Acha na woche na mu asara ye mabiem. Yes, you see affordable house. Affordable house, Kumase, na ko bisa sokore mampon. 2-bedroom apartment. Me say, kiosk mukraso. Na ko bisa 2-bedroom apartment say, ne boy is saying.
That's the minister.
More than 600,000.
Affordable house. No, can you see?
Na sokore mampon.
Debbie, Sagome. No, you see.
The first phase was for 2,500 houses.
And I see.
The second phase.
The first phase. That's about 1,500. 1,500. Okay,
1,500 rooms.
Yes.
1,500
apartments.
For
no apartment.
1,500 households.
No apartment. Captain, 1,500 no. 1,500. Only Adenta estate, Adenta flat.
David.
Only Adenta.
No meaning, but we need some more backup.
Okay. Adenta no. Yes, see hono. Then 2,000 po. What do I say? But it opened up the society. What did I say? So, Nankasa 1,500 see ya. I buy for be buy and I would not go for buy no. That wasted that time no. Naka occupants mamuko no. It opens doors for other sources to go in there. Baby, I also ask me to go no. Catchidra, swimming pool no. I was there a couple of days ago. Inside environment now, it means see various apartments for public and civil service, my servants. What I say to make them so comfortable. Where they are also occupying now, accommodation will become a little bit affordable because at the end of the day, most of the people who occupy those rental houses, they are probably civil servants. It is a government who can say or call for this rate. No, you reduce it. It's all planning.
No,
it's all planning. And 8 years of our beloved country was just wasted for nothing.
You see, Yama Kwaima, foreigners, and as I dictate the price of our housing facilities. Share, I am telling you, say, go to these flagship areas. Also, the Obeko is Lugon. Oko is Lugon, that's Okuta 2,000 Ghana cedis, sir, would be paid dime, Ibia, 2-bedroom for 1 month. If you run back at yourself, own to me farm now. But Nigeria need be Kobema 3,000, 4,000 Ghana cedis, and Obedemano.
It's the next time on you. Was a dollar.
Now make so or the sub benchmark in the 200 more. Next time you would have to go and look for that 4,000 cedis equivalent. And some what to me they are renting a portable or a good place for one casabet. And yes, there be a sub in previous. Obetra Techemus and so top and now these are some of the things almost every year. Yet now we see who kunya a minister. Minister in charge of housing. Their policy pound on what to me a Ghana from 1992 I see a journey democracy. Yeah, kebi. So till now, their policy bear pan housing minister. Why now
I disagree. Now they have
I said now. No, it has not been implemented. Talking about NDC MPP.
I'm not talking about NDC MPP.
When you say now, no, we are
talking about now. Referring to the government. Now is now.
No, but you see when you go into it previously
now what is it? Now what is it?
Now is now.
No. Previously, there have been some efforts.
It's a now.
Or say, from then till now.
Yes.
Okay, from then, there have been some efforts in terms of providing accommodation.
Until now, efforts then yielded.
Okay, but maybe that's one question.
Yeah.
Affordable housing, President Kufuor, can you afford it? You can afford it, but it is called
now.
Can you afford it even now? Even then and now.
When you say can you afford it, I've already been afforded.
By who? No!
By those occupiers.
Go and look at the photo. Go and look at them.
People are in there.
I got you. When we are saying, when he says, can you afford, we are not referring to some of us within the middle class bracket.
Yes.
So affordable housing, it was termed affordable. So that anybody can afford. But what the question is that, who can afford the affordable housing?
Who was it built for?
It was built for the affordable people.
And the affordable people occupying it?
No.
So you have to blame the government.
That is what I'm saying.
Not the government of the good days.
He's not saying good.
No. Government is a continuous process.
Captain, there was one thing that you taught us, and it must be real here again. Okay? You call a spade a spade. Who gave those affordable houses to the unaffordable people or the affordable people? Just say it.
That's not what he's saying.
No, but that's what I mean.
No.
Thank you.
The issue is, they scanning their 200 flat rate to say, oh, by affordable house, no, we 40,000 Ghana cedis and 30,000 Ghana cedis, whatever amount. And they are 200 so Now, the name affordable is meant for people who can afford it, for the affordable people, the middle class people, and even to a large extent the lower class people, because a 1-bedroom apartment for. But the fact of the matter is that when you go there as an ordinary worker, as a middle class person or an ordinary person, you cannot afford even their corridor. Corridor come to me afford it because it is much more expensive than even your budget. For the whole year and to a large extent for more than 10 years, you can't afford it. Put your salary together, you can't even afford it. Emma, share Nyaya or Saglemi, share Nyaya or Freddie said, and you see some of these places. Maybe to say Ridge, Kumasi Ridge. Those places were meant for government officials. Yes, bungalows and yes, honorable. Now, minim adria ewo abaitrim. I'm talking about NDC NPP from 1992 till now. Minim adria wo mutrip. All those places have been converted to private bungalows or private residence. And you ask yourself, say, why the Tumiminya Kudro issue paper and answer permit and the mark of Nanis offer Sinidine. Whereas that place is meant for government land. Look at cantonment. Cantonment here by Sase.
Of course.
Region Yabaya Sase.
Of course.
Osun Yabaya Sase.
Of course.
But now go and look at the people occupying those places. It is an Ankaya will lay down plan be or they say 20 years a day anyway. Yet Baba see house facilities. And the amount of beer and so Obia bet me afford the beer. Nanaka yet Nanka we wouldn't be talking about this issue now. Nanka people will not be coming to Accra looking stranded every day and carrying their things all over as if they have been produced or money baby. And one major thing, and then they say, yes, expanding all other regions, Nema Numa and Kohonomo. Because elsewhere, Captain him said, China. Who said, yeah, we must state to say Kumasan and Kraneta Kradin and so forth. Who come baby to say, be a free one state now called the other state, and they will ask you for a visa. Because whatever you're going to buy there, we have some here. It's okay. The same thing. It's the same price, the same everything is over there, and the same thing is here. It's okay. It's assuming say, yeah, well, some of our businesses, big businesses, Ebu Kumasi, Ebu Sunyane, Ebu Temali, Ebu BA, Ebu all over the country. Chairman and Kankofobe free seven predators at the northern region. I look so stranded. I bet that had to all in the name of say seven predators. Mo ye kaya yejuma. So na kaya be nyuma o hono mo an. And the nyuma is sustainable. And the nyuma no etria kaya. Nanka would they come all the way from their hometown to come and carry goods on their heads, all in the name of say omu pedjuma just to take about 5 cedis or 10 Ghana cedis. They would dare not do that. But you see, Abambien himself. Or your policy say ya, the call for home be harino, and they said the call for home harin the pay. As about when you have to be into a share deliberate the Baman Kofa, which the Ako how near him. Now, when it's getting to the latter part of it, no about the crop the Jones maybe the sea hormone. Say, oh, maybe rescue more for situation we move. And your class, and Yankebia. You see, so when he creates that artificial atmosphere for you, Obe wa just say oba beboa no free abemu oba na foforo so just ho no mo saa for years, and we have witnessed that. Look at affordable house, the see one for years. Sagle me no kasa dan bosum si ho no mo. All these housing projects in the state housing corporation omo dem mo sisi ni na no adan bosum we are still struggling with it. Meanwhile, and you're centered within 3 major cities here in Ghana. Is either a friend is Eastern region, is either Ashanti region or Greater Accra region. So what happens to the other 14 regions in Ghana? Mameka says and Bakubinchino. Who do we say the whole of Western North region? Come to the whole of Western North region. Traffic lights Bakukre Krubiemu. I am telling you, be on challenging. The whole of Western North region. Traffic light, one single traffic light in the Krubiemu. Is it a country we want to plan? Is it a place that we want to properly plan and stay for years? One single traffic light, any of the Western North Ekrubiemu. But you can't some Ghana for. And I center your attention in our Greater Accra, Ashanti region, and to a large extent Eastern region, because the few say these places are closer to the seat of governors. In Kintampo is the center of Ghana. But now Kintampo should be developed, more developed than any other thing. But go to Kintampo. So sometimes, you see, Obi has been predecessor, or see the level of decentralization. I say now Obi a big plan. Why not just okay? Housing facilities it is becoming a very big challenge that we could say. First of all, before you can house somebody, you need to give the person a job to do. Now one can say who income every department hole. But one man department the person will run from wherever he is, come to the existing place that you man are choked. No have a burden there also. And it's not going to just be a burden to you. It's going to be a dangerous burden to you. Me last one, me deba ko example. Sam kro mu jeji na kwa homelessness sky. Say do anopa. Na so mu free. Baby omo kwada ba so mo akotro waye ka exams no mo ba.
Who say?
Enkra no mo eja kwa homelessness sky no. Say do anopa. Na say dispatch omo na so mo akotro waye ka exams no mo ba. Omo do so. And you see,
Master, from today, when you host, you'll be a panel member.
Now you see, the challenge is that Some cranny now, a bit more than 10 years, 15 years, or kind of home. Or 10 years, 15 years, or more quite. You ask yourself, say, hey, fan of chronicle. They mingle with the society because Odi baby ako into any society there or pekwe bia faso no akasa find any way. Now all corner adwene be na hye ni tribo gina kwan ho sa for more than 10 years. As restless kasa obi amfiri no it is say wa be hardened. Etima me kwatam se kan fa sha kwa yin say hey jare kokodi nipa kodi na wufo ame ye gina wu wie no ano no. On fa ho odwene ho enye ho hwe. We turn these people to hardened criminals. And once we don't have any laid down policy, we don't have any laid down rules and regulations, these people will come and go. They say housing facility. To say seven previous sit down for so many years. One example. Labadi Beach, I don't say that the late JB Danko Adiameboa. It's not the hotel, it's not the day. As he was said, Adane Bosom, they see who. Adane Bosom. Nobody is touching this. The government do not have any plans to own that house, that particular building, convert it to something else, and to even create employment for people. They don't have any plan. Call a Meridian hotel, Meridian, Meridian Hormone. I see for so many years. So many years, the government do not have any plan to convert it into something else, to create employment for the people, and even to house people. Because aban beko aban beba, ombetro jagu paper so, nyansan na WOHO na dey implement, they be ni ho, so they will not do it. And at the end of the day, you and I will suffer. So the framework can detect at the amount say, maybe over maybe there. Me favor Bakubi Okumase. I'm telling you for a fact. What's it? Me favor Okumase. Who's them that's so high down Okumase? One day we hold on one. I see me down one two. That is no problem. My cocoa trees can you assume the 1,000 cities account. Now I say I then also debut to TV so 5,000 cities account say. What's it? I said debut to TV soon to the 1,000 cities account. And it took me more than months before me. Yes, but me dream one. Me say this man just because of what I do. Or increasing my house rent just like that. Meanwhile, none of them would me any of them.
That is it.
That is the challenge we have in our country, and there's no policy. They say rent control for more rented. And
that's how I know by
rented down on the time also. Or no crack across the cocoa monitor for Nibi. Over the office bench, no win at it. So, you know, dear Hofama no war. The only thing he's interested in is when you're Juma, your Bosumi Swan, your Pekka Kram, and no piano cannot call the baby. So, this thing is becoming a dangerous burden to us.
Sent me a couple of minutes ago. Say, and Sana, a bambe mobi, and now also I'm son, a bambe mobi dino. Yes, or man, Juma.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Rent control, a man, dying.
Yes.
Only dying, sorry, I'm a Juma.
Yes.
Or rented dying, yes, sir.
Yes.
A Juma, a man, a chain at the end of the month, or young Juma.
Now, see, a rent control office, no one maybe to say Accra Central.
Yeah.
Now, when your problem was, if I say Bia, Lashibi, or any other place.
No, they have the office there.
Yeah, granted.
Yeah.
Say a
every district, more office.
But when you say Accra Central, if I say Accra Metropolitan Assembly. Now you call into deeper places, a move. I don't know Accra that much. It say. Mean to me and Frank Casabia had her. But say Muwa, resource bed or the Belco.
If you are from Lashibi, once you have an office or honor, I think I just go back to Central.
Hey, now
the offices.
No, the offices are there, all right. I mean, a ceremonial office.
No.
I am telling you,
I
go to these places.
encountered most of their issues in conforming baby. What I say, Benjamin, say, man, I say, go to rent control. What I say? For instance, if I identify, for instance, maybe I'm more office one day. I ask myself, I identify question to Kuno. That one I agree. But it exists.
Yeah, it exists.
And people goes there.
Are they effective?
Effectiveness, then it very depends on the attitude of the workers.
Is exactly the point. Most of them have converted themselves to agents. Good one man, you compare that the man also just
That should not be the case.
But that is the reality on the ground.
It's not about getting the job. It's about
you see, it is because of the orientation and because of the procedures and the what do you call it, policies are there to honor. Because it is too flexible. Oh yeah, they are near their child. We say, oh, when you end this into there, and this in Abbas.
Which must stop.
Where you have people, oh, where you have people, just at the manufacturer honor.
It must stop.
Go to affordable housing right now. Because President Kufuor is CNT, go and see almost all the occupants are MPP prone people.
Well,
does it really make sense?
Well, that cannot be justified, though.
It will be all this no answer, and I saw no nipa. That is the reality. That is the standard that you're setting there to have say so. Anything we are President Kufuor ye biano, any MPP for and a Kufuor minimum your bay National Cathedral. Now go see we and I came before quite a sorry room. You see, some of these things.
Do we need it?
Some of these things must be brought down. Look, trust me, as on mine. Because look, the solutions you are giving, the Senate captain, fantastic ones. But the truth is that what the command minister needs to see about to be the 8 years there, you create a whole ministry for special initiative. How I come see. One time, pay see why in BBA.
No, so the key or two.
Yes,
The whole sea or the key or two. We are jokers, so
you understand? You create a special initiative for you.
So commercial interviews or
a whole sea, a whole minister for special initiative. Now, what's wrong with the chief your cameras? Now I got two.
And I want to say, yes, we
are bunch of jokers. You see, Captain, Mino, side the Amuya, Muton government bungalows. Mugana for. And I Ghana for.
Because if you could run a buy.
Because they are not Korean.
See, no, they are not private developers. No more see apartment, Manipa means Nipa 9. Maximum occupants, maybe no more 10. Meanwhile, it's an acre. Now, acre, no, it means flats. See, Kwame Nkrumah had that vision, no. Captain, let me Timuche how. Baby, a friend of Kandano. That's how I was born and grew up. What did I say? Kwame Nkrumah flats and a name who. I shall also be, yes, sir. Jerry John Rollins, why be, yes, sir. Mahama, why be, yes, sir. Sagleme. So you President Kufuor, sorry, why be, yes, sir. Into the past 8 years, every year, they.
Yeah, say, you know.
You ever see Cathedral, the biggest pond in the world. You see, when we talk, people just don't want to say Yebekasa. But the point is that Mukasa say, yeah, resources. We've wasted our resources in vain. Swimming pool, I want this mean back home. What do I say? Just put up nice apartments, at least 5 floors. Now, Nkofonko occupy. It will ease the pressure on this landlord and landladies.
How can you tell me, say, estates land like cantonments? I debate you, sorry, say, Yaton.
Enemy king.
You told him my way, I told him a politician.
Enemy king.
It doesn't really make sense.
And you see, if you look at the amount in terms of rent, now, still public and civil servant, I'm going now, so, Captain, it can be done if only we are willing to do it. What do I say? I don't care, say, government I sit down, no matter your political affiliation, work or occupy, pay the right rent, cheap as it may be, and we move on. But you go so, and you say, oh, when you party, when you say, it will not help this country. If that affordable project or agreement, I could find a buy, or be complete, you know, so like you're quite another face.
Oh no, you see, Senaka, no more you and I can't get my rent.
No, I can't say you.
And I make us say,
Kakano, would there rent your Kumansi? Landlord look at you say, obey A, B, C, D, R, Y. Yes, I'm your man who are first agreement. The can is some small things.
Yeah,
and just because they don't have the political will. Every council will be into obey. That is our problem.
Now, if you hospitals for a German, I say yes, you are what plans do we even have? We don't have any plan.
Is it not time say we started lashing for from his manager resources?
Now a whole place like
No, I think this time.
Medina, eh? So UPS is Medina.
Yes.
Oko hono pa ya shede si market kese pa de si hono mo. Ene eja na wifo ni gumu no mo hwi sa.
UPS.
Medina market hono mo. Go there and see.
Oh, Medina station home.
Yeah, Medina station. Just go there. I look at this and I'm like,
and the police station is 2 minutes walk to that place.
No.
Police officers, I'm not the beer, a real no pine, we are not Joe, how much police for far.
Opa, man, and quite you politician by my instruction.
No, but is it not time?
Don't blame the police.
No, but is it not time?
Time when you are a politician, you are speaking.
No, is it not time?
Time when
now who got to who got bonnet who were for me?
What's it?
Who got bonnet for me?
And me
because no, I
am accountable.
Who got bonnet who were for me?
Debbie,
but who got bonnet? Me opposition of frame. And I'm seeing catch police there to us.
Well.
No, I will not buy those things. So far as you know it is wrong, it is wrong. Me quiet bonnie, I tell me say me fro. No, me quiet bonnie, na me confront say compact our mommy. No.
Yeah, fancy.
You fancy you quiet him, who quiet bonnie, you have to pay for it.
Who quiet way to car ko him.
Me need to make me smash say, I was so so. You catch a gun for say me who quiet bonnie, now frame ya. That's how police
the fundamental truth is that there's no will, there's no political will.
No, there's a will. There's a will in some instances. There's some will in some instances.
It doesn't work.
Because who come here, cut it. Back to the rent control issue. There are officers who encourage people to come and make report of issues that are irrelevant.
All right.
Irrelevant. Wouldn't say, this year, what you rent the following year, no, they don't need to increase your rent.
Oh, you are too now.
They
rent discussions, so they're fussy.
They will not have it.
Thank you to Professor Isaac Jebi.
Oh, I was a professor.
I said, higher Media University. Yeah, they ought to say award.
That means a professorship, no, what the more will be here. It doesn't solve any problem.
And then Dr. Agbesinochu.
But not Dr. Nacho.
Godwin. Kwakutete. When a GH boy, my open letter be on Facebook, Monkokai. I've written an open letter to my executive producer and to my DJ. It's an open letter. That's why
everybody
I posted it on Facebook. It's on my Facebook wall.
I see.
Mr. Producer, take your time, read, digest, mount on it. Lower your brain on it, up your arsenals on it, and take a decision. Ebsha, yapon. Yebe church na, edai ho aba.